is the Sports 90 Podcast. I'm Trevor. This is Juan. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We are on Apple Podcasts, so you can go to your Apple Podcast apps, type our names in, and you can see us there. We're also available on any other podcast platform that you guys so totally use. We're also on Facebook. Our Facebook group is Sports 90 Podcast. Check us out there on Instagram as well. Last night was a great show last night. Thank you all for being a part of it last night. It was a great conversation. It was very, very entertaining. So yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it already. But we're gonna preview the wild card weekend coming up. But first, we got a breaking news like an hour ago.
Oh, you gotta talk about that. Oh
yeah. David Culley, the head coach of the Houston Texans, was fired today. They went 4-13. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think everyone seen this coming, I guess. Even he did, and apparently they told him that it was a possibility that you may not be here for another year after this year anyway, and he still signed that line.
That was the first time I can think of that I've seen a literal scapegoat.
Yeah.
Hired as a coach or whatever. A scapegoat. He's literally there to placehold the position for 1 year just to get fired. Hey, at least he got a little bit of bread, right?
Yeah, I'll get mad at that. But other than that, who cares? There's also that they likely that one of the leading candidates for the job is Patriots linebacking coach Gerard Mayo. Another Patriot, obviously the New England Patriot connection. The GM, Caserio. Nick Caserio is the GM there, and he has to have his old New England people there.
Yep, because there's a great track record there.
Yeah, of course.
Who knows? Actually, as of late, Vrabel and Flores, even though Flores got fired for no reason, those are two good coaches. So I'm like, maybe the tree's getting better.
No, tree's not getting better.
I tried.
It just once in a blue moon.
I tried.
Who knows? Maybe Gerard Mayo may hire Joe Judge as his coordinator. That would be insane.
I hope that's for special teams. At least he could do that.
I mean, he couldn't do that on the Giants because they were horrible.
That's true.
Teams. So I don't know. I don't know what's really.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's a really good point. But other than that,
the tree does suck. You're right.
The tree is garbage. It's like maybe like a little piece of a branch. Maybe you can say that, but the tree's dead. Just chop it down.
Oh my goodness!
Once Belichick retires, then the tree is literally chopped. It's dead.
So are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, because talking about Houston, they have no business being part of further podcasts until the season's over.
True.
Okay.
Until we got to review them in offseason.
Yeah, that's later. I had nothing to do with playoffs. Houston in the playoffs is an absolute mockery. So now we're talking about the NFL playoffs. They're finally here. That joke of a regular season is finally done. Now, hopefully, we get to see some actual football. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see. So the first game is going to be the Las Vegas Raiders is going to be traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Just so you guys know, out of all 6 wild card games, 5 of them are rematches. We've seen this story before, but we're going to see it now in a much bigger stake because this is win or go home. Win or go home, baby.
If you're looking at the ticker in the bottom, you'll see the scores. That's not the predictions we had. That's the last time they placed each other scores game. So you probably think, y'all picking them to win? No, we're just doing that. So
yeah,
interesting.
What's funny is that it's possible that we might actually pick those teams again. It's very possible. We'll see. You'll see. Suspense. Yeah, so just in case if you're on the podcast networks, you're not on YouTube, so you can't see the ticker, I'll tell you. The last time that these two met Raiders, it was at Las Vegas. Cincinnati actually pummeled them with the run, 32-13, Mixon getting 143 yards and 2 touchdowns, to refresh your memory. If you want to look at DVOA, the ranks for the Las Vegas Raiders is 21st overall DVOA with 19th on offense and 17th in defense. So they're just in the middle of the pack, according to them, while the Bengals are 17th overall DVOA, 18th offense, and 19th defense. Also middle of the pack, but surprisingly lower than the Raiders. All right, so what are you looking for in this matchup, sir?
I definitely Oakland's. I'm sorry, Vegas.
Vegas. We said this yesterday.
Vegas,
baby. Oakland don't make playoffs. Vegas does.
All right. the Vegas Raiders defense has improved throughout the last couple of weeks. Not so much on the last game because that last touchdown to Joe Herbert in the last game was like completely horrible.
They
Like,
allowed 15 points in like 3 minutes.
yes, yeah, that was pretty bad.
It wasn't 3 minutes, it was like 7 because the last drive took like 8 minutes on its own. So yeah.
So anyway, but
great math there. Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, including penalties. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that actually is true.
Yeah, penalties were actually
because Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway,
and here's the point. I do expect a little bit better outcome as far as defensively from the Raiders. But at the end of the day, I think Joe Burrow's gonna have the way with them. Just have the way with them, especially Jamar Chase. Especially the attack that secondary and then run the ball pretty well. But it's gonna be not gonna be a beating. It'll be like a 10-point win, honestly. But I think Cincinnati should go in there. Should defend home field and really take care of business there.
Now both teams are 0-0. Ain't no records. Everybody's 0-0 now. This is a new season. Everything's completely different now. The Raiders coming in white hot. Their pass rush has been destroying the last two teams they play in the Indianapolis Colts and in the Los Angeles Chargers. Basically knocked them both out of the playoffs with Max Crosby leading the way. All right. So that pass rush versus the Cincinnati offensive line, who has been basically terrible the entire season, is going to be an interesting matchup to see what Zach Taylor has in store for that. See if the run can help out Joe Burrow. However, what's hilarious is that Joe Burrow actually might be, I think, is the best quarterback against pressure. The best quarterback against pressure. Ask Kansas City. They pressured them. He threw for like 200 on their faces whenever they pressured him specifically. So this may not be the quarterback to blitz. Don't ever blitz this guy at any time or you will get destroyed. And now that secondary versus the receiving core of the Cincinnati Bengals is a huge mismatch. So you get in his face, he throws up, and Jamar Chase is just by himself half the time. Or T. Higgins just monsters a dude. Or you see Joe Mixon right at the flat taking it out. There's a lot of bad mismatches for the Raiders here, but I never count out a team who has that heart and who are just red hot coming in the playoffs. They came in the playoffs in the right mindset. Unlike a certain team that we're talking about next. They coming in white hot. They're ready to go. Going to Cincy. I like the Raiders to almost win. Almost. This is going to be much closer than 32-13. I like a score closer to 28-21. Something like that. Raiders give them a big fight, but they ultimately are going to get eliminated by that crazy passing attack. They won't get ran on like the last time. I think Crosby is in for a good 2-sack game. It's going to be a good game, but they're not going to be able to contain Burrow for long, man. And
I have a 27-17 game. Just 10 points. Like it'll be a good effort, but ultimately Joe Burrow is going to have his way with them. Eventually, the mismatches is too much. It's going to overcome them. But I'm going with that. Yeah, I agree.
No, speaking of that sad team that did not come in the playoffs the way you would like to, New England will be visiting Buffalo, as seen down in the ticker. The last time these two played was at Foxborough. Buffalo, even though the score looks a little close, it wasn't close. Buffalo shellacked New England 33-21. Josh Allen had a field day, and I only written down his passing stats. He also ran on them too, just saying. But for 314 and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, even though there should have been one. Yeah, he completely routed them.
Including a breakout game from Isaiah McKenzie.
It's not breakout. That was fake as hell.
Yeah, I know that's why I was sarcastic with that.
You gotta put your quotation next time.
Yeah, because
that was no breakout. He's trash.
He's garbage.
Yeah,
that's why I said it.
Why he was playing, let's embarrass New England more. They were missing 2 out of their 4 starting receivers, so he had to play, and then he killed. That's why. So even more embarrassing New England.
And Miles Burnett couldn't stop him, save his life.
Yeah, so just to embarrass New England more. DVOA. So New England is actually still somehow, this is why people hate stats, somehow they're 4th in DVOA, somehow. Out of that disgusting December they just went through. 4th DVOA, 9th on offense, and 4th on defense. That's the only thing that makes a little bit of sense. Buffalo, they're 2nd overall on DVOA, 10th on offense, and 1st on defense.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting, actually.
They measure everything, that's why. They don't look at what happened recently. They measure from literally week 1 to week 18, and then they put it all together. So they don't forget the past. Week 1 does matter sometimes. I'm just saying.
They say the weather's gonna play a factor in this game.
It's gonna be close to what it was the first time they played.
Maybe
not as bad.
Not as bad, but it looks like it's going to be close to that.
I think it's going to be colder, though, I think.
I think like at least negative, at least by 4 degrees by that time. Maybe about 4 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so it's going to be really cold. So
advantage, New England.
Now, people talking about, oh, well, they're probably going to go into anticipate the run. Probably going to run the ball a lot. So I want to see how they won't be a repeat of the first matchup. But eventually, you're going to have to see Mac Jones throw the ball. And if they do manage to stop the run, Mac, you got to show them what you're about and throw the football in that weather. And I think if they force him to throw the football, that's going to be a huge disaster. So, yeah, as long as they win the football, the Patriots should be fine. But I'm not expecting them to win, though. I'm picking Buffalo to win this game 20-17. At least something like that.
Something real close.
Something real close. It'll be close throughout the 3 quarters. I think the fourth quarter is when they really ante up, and Josh Allen will pretty much put the game away because he's not afraid to throw the ball, even in cold weather. Not afraid. So I'm going with Buffalo to win this game, but that's because I picked Buffalo to win. If the Patriots do win this game, I won't be upset either. I'll be very happy, but I'm just being realistic here.
So the wind and the weather would help New England because they can't dart it the way they normally dart it. However, what's hilarious is that both of these teams had not the same but similar Decembers, especially on Josh Allen's case. He had not had a last 2 or 3 games, did not play well at all. Same thing with the Patriots, and then the same on both sides of the ball. They've been trashed both sides of the ball the last few weeks too. So both teams are kind of going into the playoffs where they're both not in the right mindset, and they both don't have the type of fire that you need to win important games like this, which is good for both of them because they're not playing a team on the other side who is hot, who is ready, who is all hyped up like the Raiders are or and the Bengals are, who both had monumental wins leading into the playoffs. So it's very interesting. So they can use this game to hype up for the next round. Yeah, I am not anticipating a 3-throw win again.
No.
Mac Jones is going to have to throw at the very least 5 times that much, so 15. The run is going to be interesting to see how the Buffalo deals with that. Because the last time they played, even though they did get a couple stops on the run, they still will allow a 20-yard run right after. So they did not stop the run the last time they played at Buffalo. Let's see if they can bottle that up this time. On the other side of the ball, the defense has a lot of making up to do, especially the last time these guys played. They got absolutely obliterated to the point where Buffalo held the ball for almost 40 minutes. That can happen this time. And I do expect defense to play better. Definitely. Matthew Judon has been missing for a month.
Yeah.
So this is basically what you got the money for. So this is the time to step up here. Now for Buffalo's case, they've been running the football pretty well the last few weeks. As Josh Allen's play has went down, Devin Singletary's play and Josh Allen's running game went up. So this team's actually, no one said this for some reason, but the Bills' running game actually gotten a hell of a lot better the last, 3 or 4 weeks. So that's something everybody is sleeping on. And that's something that New England hasn't been very good at stopping. As Duke Johnson, and not that good running back, ran all over New England the week before. So if Buffalo is able to basically run a game plan as similar to New England, then what the hell New England has to do to stop that? Because if you getting ran on by the Bills, which literally hasn't happened, that's a huge issue.
Yep. Open up play action and dot.
That's what I'm saying.
That's very, very scary. So
this is a real issue. There's a couple matchups in that we just mentioned here that people have to watch out for, but it proves how close this matchup actually is. Regardless of how these two teams, especially New England's case, came into this postseason looking like, which is bad, they still match up with each other actually pretty damn equally. Believe it or not, Bills fans. So who's gonna get this win? Very tough. but I think I'm gonna be a homer.
Mm.
No, I'm lying. Stop it. I don't do that crap here. Bills, I believe, will win this game. Finish off the Patriots. I like 20 to 14.
Okay.
Yeah, I like 20 to 14 in Buffalo. They win the season series 2-1. Yeah, we'll see. If they can't run though, we'll see though. That opens up the game to me. But I anticipate them continuing their run streak. Buffalo, that's the biggest thing. Which should be scary for the rest of the AFC if they can run the football too. That's going to be a huge issue for the AFC. All right, that's Saturday. There's only 2 games. That's Saturday. So Sunday, we got 3. We got Eagles at Tampa Bay. That is rematch number 3. The last time they played, Tampa Bay, that was on a Thursday night. Tampa Bay won 28-22. Jalen Hurts was absolutely abysmal in that game.
The score doesn't tell you the whole story.
It does not.
That was like garbage time in the last 5 minutes of that game. But there was no match for them.
No, not even a little bit.
Now with Jalen, I'm sorry, what did you finish?
115, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It was worse than what it sounds. The more scientific data for people who like scientific data. The Eagles are 15th in DVOA, which actually makes a lot of sense because their run game is first. They're the best run team in the NFL. 11th on offense, DVOA, and 25th on defense, which makes sense. Buccaneers are 3rd overall in DVOA, 1st overall in complete offense because Tom Brady throws 700 times this year, and 9th on defense. Now,
that is ridiculous. How at that age. In this age,
he threw like 6 something, like almost 7.
Almost 700 passes, like 400 completions.
Yeah, that's the most.
It's like 5,000 yards, 5,500 yards.
That's 43 touchdowns.
That is ridiculous.
He said it was getting easier for him. He's not lying.
He's not lying. He played another 5 more years if he wanted to. But anyway, back to what we were saying before. Very interesting because now that it took a while for the Eagles, but the Eagles finally took the second half of the season to run the football, and it has been very dividend for them. When they run the football, they can really control one possession, and it's like, hey, they found a niche, they can go along with it. Especially how beat up and thin the Buccaneers defense is.
From what we know,
for now,
early, so we don't know who's coming back from injury. If Levante Davis is going to come back or any other guy is going to come, but we'll see. Fair. But as of right now, at this moment, we don't know anything about those guys, so they're thin.
Yeah, so right now they're thin. So if they're able to run the football and keep Tom Brady off the field as much as possible, they have a chance to win this game. And a lot of people say it's going to be a beating. Philadelphia coming in. I think that this will probably be a matchup they can probably steal if everything goes their way. But I'm not saying it. Just try to keep Tom Brady off the field, run the football as much as you can, and try to put Jalen Hurts in a position where he doesn't have to throw the football too much. Like minimum 15 times.
That's perfect.
That's how I see they have a chance of winning.
They have to stay clean, run it,
and do not turn the football over. Like I know they're very like turnover crazy at times, but lately they haven't. But early on they were. You cannot turn the football on this team,
and do not give Jalen Hurts 3rd and longs.
Nope, no. You have to be able to run the football and at least keep it. If it's third and manageable, so you're not doing much.
Yep, 3rd and 5 and shorter.
Yes.
Do not go longer. You might as well punt the ball because something bad's going to happen.
Yeah, might put the ball on 3rd down if anything, which is ridiculous. But yes, at the end of the day, I'm going with Tampa Bay to win this game, obviously. But if Philadelphia does follow the thing we mentioned before, they have a chance. But I don't see. I don't see that happening. Winning.
They had to take advantage of the weaknesses of Tampa Bay, which is complete injuries. They have injuries everywhere.
Yes,
literally everywhere. And the fact that Philly has a veteran defense, I'm gonna assume they watch tape, right? That's sort to assume, right? So they must have watched that Thursday night game. Implement, and you watch Tampa, especially as of late. Watch that Jets game. Watch the even just like the first quarter and a half of the Carolina game. They were actually giving Tom Brady some problems at first, right? So look, you guys have veteran defense. You guys seen them. You've seen it all. I was like, you know what's coming, what's not coming. Especially with you knowing that Mike Evans is compromised right now. Gronk is not the Gronk from 7 years ago. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to implement other players. They got the wide receiver Johnson, some second year kid that's gonna come there and play. They got Cameron Brate, who Tom does give the ball to, but not often. You got OJ Howard, who that bust who everybody forgets about. He's gonna wind up having to play because of all the injuries going on. Dude, like they take advantage because some of these players don't normally play much. Now they have to play a playoff game.
And most especially even though the Eagles defense is much older, they do have playoff experience.
That's what I'm saying. They're veterans.
Like they do have a lot of playoff experience from throughout the league. So, which you need, especially for a young team like Philly, say, hey, that just pretty much saying, let us do our job and you do your job.
Exactly.
Which I said before, Jalen,
keep it close.
Don't put Jalen Hurts in a position where he has to throw the football long. Just play it safe. Run the football, and you have a chance. If not, you can't run the football, then it's over.
You're gonna lose. Impossible.
I mean, now you're gonna lose. You're gonna get beaten. Like split the leagues. You're gonna get your ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, that's pretty much
it's perfect.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
Just
exactly what it is. That's the game plan.
But I think Tampa Bay wins this game on the sheer fact that you just can't count Tom Brady out. He'll find a way. He'll find a way to make even with people who are not even be able to play as much, but because of all the injuries, they're gonna have to plug people.
No, he got it.
They'll find a way to win this game.
He got it. I like one score though.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 30-23, but I say one score, but 30-21 sounds a little better. You know what I'm saying? That's 9. That's not 1. That's 2 scores technically, but something like that. But
28-20, 28-20.
Oh, I forgot. For your gambling guys like me, I forget to give you guys the over and unders. Crap. Where's NFL? Wait, seriously, where's NFL? There it is. And Bleach Report trying to play me. All right, sorry. For the Raiders games, the spread is 5 for Bengals, favored, and over and under is 48.5. That's a lot. I don't think that's gonna cover.
No.
Bills is -4 for Bills, 44. That's not covering it. That's gonna go under, no question. It's too cold for you to score that many points. And for the Buccaneers game is 8.5, favoring Buccaneers at 46. That's based on our scores. That's gonna cover.
That's gonna cover. Yeah.
But I don't know if Buccaneers gonna cover 8.5. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. Forget that. I'm supposed to be the gambling guy, and I forgot to give you guys
8.5. Nah, for me, it wouldn't 28-29. It wouldn't cover.
You said 28-20.
Yeah, it wouldn't cover. 28-20 for the Tampa Bay.
28-20. Okay. So it's literally just won't cover by 1 point.
It wouldn't cover.
Okay. All right. So that's halfway there. Let's continue on. This is gonna be the 4 o'clock.
Yes.
Yeah. 4 o'clock game, which is arguably the most anticipated game of the whole weekend. Actually,
yes, the one that most people were looking forward to the most.
And this is the first matchup. This is the only one that has not happened in the regular season yet. 49ers will be visiting the Dallas Cowboys at Jerry World. Since there is no matchup, I don't have anything to say about it. But the 49ers are actually 6th in DVOA. That second half surgeons completely pushed them up. They are 5th in offense because Deebo Samuel, and 7th in DVOA defensively. Cowboys are 1st in DVOA, which is an absolute hilarious joke. That's probably because of their schedule. 6th overall offensively and 2nd overall defensively because they get those turnovers. But we all know they ain't all that on defense. Sorry, no. We've been saying it all year. My bad. I'm already starting to joke about them, right? And I don't even hate this team.
No, it's just the media. But who gives a shit about that? The point is, who is about that? Oh
wait. Dallas favored by 3. The over and under is 50.5. That is huge. Every time I see something like that in playoffs, I'm almost darting under. Every time 50 is a lot.
That's a lot.
Playoffs they pull whistles in the playoffs. They get more physical in playoffs. They don't. I'm just saying. I don't know about 50.
They're probably going,
we'll see though.
They're probably going with that way because of how they handled second stringers, third stringers against Philly last week. So they probably think, oh, the offense is hot and whatever. But even though didn't do anything, but whatever. But this will be a good test for them. Because to me, San Fran,
for both actually, it's a good test.
San Fran's coming in there. I think this defense is gonna bully this offense, bully this Cowboy offense. The Cowboy offense has not been playing well outside of last week's game because playing as third stringer. So can we really count that? No, a little bit too try hard for me. But before not counting that game, the last 4 or 5 weeks the offense have not been clicking. Dak Prescott has not been the MVP player we've seen in the first half of the season. He's not even close. And to me, the offense struggling like that, they're gonna put a lot of pressure on their defense, especially since this defense gives up a lot of yardage in the air anyway. Regardless, it's the ball hawking can only do but so much. Like Trayvon Diggs, but the ball hawking can only get you so far.
This is where it'll get exposed.
Exactly, and though Michael Parsons is a great pass rusher, exactly the great pass rusher, but if you're constantly in the field, how effective is he going to be? If he's constantly on the field, getting tired, get gassed out, because defense can get gassed out. Once it gassed out, it's nothing you can do. I don't care how good you are, nothing you can do. I expect them to bully them a lot. I want to see how this offense responds to them bullying the receivers. I want to see them. I want to see that. Very interesting. It's definitely a trap game for Dallas. If this is Dallas, you're coming in here. Dallas is like, okay, this one of the teams.
Yeah, I think out of all the underdogs, this is the one that everybody likes.
Everyone likes saying that, hey, I think San Fran can really go injury room and beat them, especially because they're coming in here hot.
Yo, 58% on bets around San Francisco.
Yeah. So even Vegas is not even filling them right now. So, and neither am I.
49ers also red hot.
Yeah, and neither am I. For Jimmy G, it's kind of similar to what's going to happen. What happening with Philadelphia? Don't let him. Like I said, as long as they'll turn the football over, they'll be fine. Especially because he's prone to doing really stupid passes. Very, very stupid passes.
Definitely, especially in the middle of the field. He likes to throw to linebackers. I don't know why.
Which favors Michael Parsons perfectly. So that's not going to help at all. So my personal thing is, hey, just take what the defense gives you and don't do anything stupid. And I think they'll be fine. I'm picking San Francisco in this game anyway. I just don't think that the offense, especially in the playoff, especially that the bigger the game is for Dallas, to me, I feel like they shrink. They shrink more and more the bigger the game is. But the game against Kansas City, it's like the offense didn't even show up. So it's like, what the hell?
I mean, half of them wasn't there.
Yeah, half of them wasn't there, but still, at least
the bigger example that you want is Arizona.
Yes, yeah, okay, that's good too. Arizona during that time was very, very, very cold. They're like, okay, what's going on here? I thought Dallas was going to beat them, saying, all right, Dallas can get right game, especially because a decent opponent. No, they couldn't even do that either. So the bigger the game, the smaller they shrink, and I think it's going to happen again. Then San Francisco wins this game 24-19.
Interesting score, 24-19. I don't got much more to say, to be 100% honest. Yeah, the offensive line from Dallas hasn't been playing all that well versus Nick Bosa. It's going to be interesting. I think what Dallas has to do in order to keep things is keep everything in front of them. Don't try to do too much, especially trying to gun it up the field, because I don't know. I don't think you have time to be doing that. I think if they really try to play things short, I think they could set up Zeke and Pollard to get some nice chunk yardage to help out Dak. I think that's a good way to go. Otherwise, something tells me this matchup is not good for them, for Dallas. It's going to be tough. On the other way, Jimmy, just look for Debo, and if Debo open, just give it to him. That's it. If he's not open, just look for Kittle. He's not open, then just go down and take the sack. Don't do anything stupid. That's all you gotta do. Is don't mess up. That's all you have to do. You have Kittle, you got Debo, you got two of the best playmakers in the league. Come on.
And you run the football too. You run the football too.
Yeah, it's and you can hand it off. That's so come on, bro. Don't mess this up for Kyle Shanahan. You've done enough, okay?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan literally went from being in the hot seat to being safe for another year, at least depending on how the playoffs go. But I'm also judging him because the people think, that the firings are over. I'm like, no, not over yet. I mean, depending on how.
Yeah, Pete Carroll's still there.
Yeah, I know. Fuck God. But yes, Kyle Shanahan is not out of the woods yet. He may be safer now as far as not being fired immediately, but coming into next year, we'll decide whether or not he's safe for the foreseeable future. I think this game definitely gonna show us something. But what's San Fran?
Wonder how things go if Dallas wins. Interesting.
Oh God, we probably would never hear the last of it.
Yeah, whatever. Sunday night, Steelers will be visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. This matchup happened before, and it was a complete annihilation, 36-10, Kansas City. Mahomes was damn near perfect for 23 for 30, 258 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Some of the easiest touchdowns you ever see.
Just when you thought, oh yeah, go ahead.
24th DVOA will be the Pittsburgh Steelers, 25th on offense, of course, and 14th in defense because they can't stop the run. Chiefs are 7th DVOA, 3rd on offense because they get a crap ton of yards, and 24th on defense as expected, especially as of late because they also can't stop the run. Ooh,
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Are we expecting a Najee Harris Hilaire
I hope so.
running battle?
I hope so.
That would be very interesting. Which helps the Steelers, honestly, because
the more you don't have Roethlisberger to chuck it, the better your chances are.
His little arm, hey, better for them. But again,
it's really hard to make up a game plan for the Pittsburgh Steelers to steal this game. It's really hard.
Because no one expects them to win this game.
It's because their offense is negative.
Not even Ben Roethlisberger expected to win this game.
He probably didn't expect to get this far. He's like, oh, shoot.
I'm telling you, he packed it up midway through the season. He's like, oh, damn. My division's garbage. I guess we're gonna make the playoffs.
Imagine he puts on his cape, dude, and just like, you know what? I'm gonna be Fat Superman and just light him up one last time. Light him up.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
If that happens, I'm betting on to win the Super Bowl. No. I'm just saying. I'm doing the thing right now.
If that happens, you will probably have to say that Kansas City is probably the biggest disappointment if they lose this game to Pittsburgh, which is actually very possible
for the playoffs, not overall.
Nah, for the playoffs, yeah, definitely saying, hey. I can't wait to see the media they lose their shit when that happens. But it's not gonna happen. No, definitely. And for NBC, again, you managed to get another dud.
Yep,
another dud.
But we'll see. But most likely,
it's gonna be a blowout. Like you guys couldn't get the Cowboy
anything else.
The Cowboy game.
Every other game looks decent.
Yeah,
literally anything else.
Nah, this is bad.
That they are getting. This is an NBC. They're getting the Patriots and Bills though, right?
On Sunday, yeah.
On Saturday, that's NBC. Saturday, yeah. So they got something.
That's something, but yeah, this is not it, bro.
Those two games might be the ugliest games of the whole weekend, though.
Poor NBC. Hey, at least got the Super Bowl this year. So.
Oh, did I do gambling? I did not. I keep forgetting. Chiefs are favored by 12.5, so Vegas is expecting another annihilation.
And we are too.
And the over and under is 46, probably because they're expecting Kansas City to put up 35.
I am too. They should. The Steelers defense, even though they have improved, the Steelers defense is not good either.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to make up a game plan right now to give Pittsburgh the chance. I think that game plan is on defense. TJ Watt has to be the defensive player of the year that he probably is going to win and energize the rest of that defensive line. You have to completely make Mahomes stay in the pocket. Do not allow him to roll out because that's all you did the last time you played and he diced you the F up. Do not allow him to leave that pocket ever, no matter what. It does not matter what happens. Sell your soul if you have to. Do not let him leave the pocket. You keep him in the pocket. That gives you a significant advantage because I guess he forgot pocket mechanics. I don't know what's wrong this year.
I mean, I don't blame him. His offensive line is shit. Like, of course.
Keep him in there. And that alone might take their point total from 35 to 21 just like that. That's the biggest thing that you have to do. The only problem with that is that if they run the ball, I hope you guys are ready because you guys have been horrible against the run this year. So that has to get tightened up. That's on y'all. That's on personnel. It's on y'all. I don't know what to tell you about that. So that's what you have to do. But for now, which if you keep this 21 and under, there is a shot that your offense has the ability to be able to put up a little bit of points, especially if they're able to sustain long drives. Roethlisberger, if there's anything he could do, he could throw right there. He could throw 5 yards to Deontay Johnson, throw 5 yards to Chase Claypool, throw 5 yards to a rookie, then throw 5 yards to Najee Harris. That's the only way. You got to take 7 to 10-minute drives, score, and then let the defense keep Mahomes in and force those punts. A lot of teams have done it, so it's not impossible. But I think that's the only way they have a chance. And that's have a chance. Not to win, have a chance. Because I think that's how bad of a mismatch this is. Now, they'll also have to see the health of Tyreek Hill and Kelsey because they were both banged up in that Denver game last week. So monitor their health. If they're unhealthy, this makes it a little easier for Pittsburgh to do what I just said. But we'll see. But Pittsburgh's that's it. That's it. Kansas City 31 31-15 Pittsburgh. 31-15. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
34-14. Kansas City.
All right. Final game. Cardinals will be visiting the Rams. This is round 3. Last time they played, Arizona lost to the Rams 32-23 in that same building. Matthew Stafford threw for 287 and 3 touchdowns. And that was probably when I saw the worst 2-minute drill by the Arizona Cardinals I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely disgusting. Cardinals are 10th on DVOA, 15th on offense, and 6th on defense. A lot of the injuries had to do with the 15th on DVOA. And Rams are 5th in DVOA, 8th on offense, and 5th in defense, even though their run defense is shaky. And Matthew Stafford is shaky on his own. Big X factor. Last time he was in the playoffs was when? 2016?
Yes. I think for Arizona, this was the best outcome matchup that they can draw.
Yeah, I think that and Dallas are the two they wanted, and they got one.
They got one of them. Yeah, this is definitely what they wanted. Familiarity from round 3. They know this team. They know what they have to do to get them. It's tough because it's like
I don't even know if D-Hop is back or not.
I'm not too sure.
I'm gonna say no, to be honest,
but either. But about D-Hop, then that's going to be a problem for them. But it's not really much because both teams are coming in here kind of
cold.
So it's like, okay, someone has to heat up. Matthew Stafford actually concerns me.
It's similar to New England and Buffalo.
Yeah, they both not coming in too hot either.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford concerns me because I feel that now the game is even bigger. Now you're in a situation where you weren't in before. Because hey, you can. The stakes are much bigger now. Bigger because think about it. This team is constant playoff teams. Not really familiar with that. Who's in Detroit? Not really familiar with it. So the game is even bigger. Games are even bigger. So, and he hasn't been playing well either. So I'm very concerned about that. And another thing for the Cardinals that bothers me too, especially the bigger the game is, I just hope for their sake that scientific data and smartest man in the room, and the smartest man in the room doesn't come in here and try to overdo things. Like I really hope
for who specifically.
Cliff Kingsbury, the Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Cause I do feel that this is his first playoff game. We're correct, yeah. And that I especially with the injuries on the Arizona and not just limited with everything, that they don't try to be too smart after their own good and coach them out of games. That's another thing that concerns me of that. But other than that, I do believe. I'm not gonna lie. Out of all the matches, this is probably the hardest one to pick a winner.
I think it's not even close. This is the hardest one by far.
Yeah, this is the hardest. I'm gonna go Arizona. I think Arizona will take advantage.
That is probably the funniest result to me.
I think Arizona.
We're gonna have a fun time on Tuesday if that happens. So making fun of the Rams sounds a little hilarious right now.
I just feel that, especially if limited they are, they'll find a way to win this game. But Matthew Stafford is probably going to be the reason why they lose this game, especially if he plays horrendous. Yeah.
And I think I know how the Cardinals can do this because their weakness, I think, is the deep pass. They're going to have to devise a game plan where they take it away completely. Chandler Jones, and if J.J. Watt comes back, that's another thing to look out for. If they both come back, they'll have to pass rush to speed up Matthew Stafford to force him from those deep passes. They take away the deep passes to keep everything in front of them. That makes Matthew Stafford patient. Arizona got this game to me if that happens. That's what I'm saying. I don't see the Rams scoring more than 17 points. They would do that. I'm just saying, man. So the thing that they gotta just stop the GOAT Cooper Kupp. That's the thing. So the pass rush may not matter if that dude just gets open that quick. So they gotta figure out a way to try to at least slow him down because it's impossible to neutralize him. But to slow him down, they had to figure that out. Give Chandler Jones and if JJ Watt's there, give them both time to get to Stafford. He's immobile, so you're not worried about him running around and none of that, which is another advantage you guys. You get Chandler them the time to get to him. I like Arizona's chances a lot.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Now, the other side of the ball for Arizona, the offense, run Kyler Murray. There's no point of keeping him around in the pocket now. Let him run. Let him be mini Russ. Mind you, Russ is short. Let him be mini Russ. Do it. Let him run around. Let him extend plays. Let him run. Let him go. What's the point of not doing it now? Do it. I think that is always their biggest strength on offense is to let Kyler Murray be amazing. Let him be half man, half amazing. Let him go. Let him do it. Let him slang it. And I think that'll give you nothing but good results. Arizona does that, they win the game. Am I picking them? I don't know yet. I'm still in the fence. Do you have anything to say, or am I on the spot?
You're on the spot.
Oh,
you're on the spot, yeah.
Fudger. Oh, crap. Oh, damn it. Oh, this is so hard. My gut tells me Rams. I might change my mind later.
I don't hate it. It's gonna be a really interesting matchup.
It's so tough.
I think that's.
I just gave easy reasons for them to win too.
But again,
my gut tells me Rams.
The problem, I feel you because I truly believe that Cliff Kingsbury may coach him out of games. I have a feeling that it's gonna get too big for him, and I hope not. I hope that they're saying no, but we haven't. I mean, we've had some Cliff Kingsbury blunders this season. We have a couple, not a lot of them, but it would be this type of magnitude where he would blow it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I feel about Cliff. Was never a big fan of his, but I'm expecting him to win this game. But very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting postseason.
So you got Cincy, Buffalo. What was the next game? Tampa,
San
Fran,
Kansas City, and Arizona.
And Arizona. We're 5 except the last game. Last game I have Rams instead. Gut feeling only. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
Very tough.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
That's it, right?
Yeah, well, that's definitely it. Yeah.
Before somebody trying to leave. All right.
No, listen, I'm just as tired as you are, man. But other than that, thank you for joining us. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Join us on the Apple Podcast. We're Apple affiliates. Just type in our names. You can download all stuff right there.
I have a feeling I forgot to talk about the gambling stuff with the Rams too. Oh well, I'm pretty sure Rams are favorite. So
yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah,
we're also available on any podcast platform. We're everywhere. Just check us out. And yeah, besides that, we'll see you guys soon. Peace, love, and